And welcome back. Jump King. We haven't been here in a while. I don't remember how to play. Tonight could go very badly. I may very well wind up at the bottom of the bog. I guess I should update my stream title as well. What do we call this? It's so hard to type with my right hand. Watch me fail a lot without question. I mean, that's just implied with the, that's just implied with Jump King. None of this feels familiar. Well, we've made it up to the Phantom Tower in record time. I should stop playing Jump King more often if this is the kind of results we're going to get. Never mind. How do I prove Jump King works? Well, today my house got hit by lightning. I had to kill the modem switch and the router switch and everything back online. How do I prove Jump King works? Yeah, those definitely weren't all your falls. That was persistent lightning damage. Messed up the code of the game. I saw the lightning strike outside the house. Everything was on a surge protector, but the cable wasn't on the protector. Modem slot and the switch slot died. Only the one connected to the modem died. And only the one slot on the modem died. I don't know. Lightning and electronic devices are all basically magic to me. I gotta say, I want to optimize your whole network setup. My needs are very minimum. I love thinking of, that's why I'm interested. I love thinking of minimal criteria. Well, optimization isn't even one of the criteria. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it runs poorly or inefficiently, as long as it works. How poorly till you can't make it work anymore. We'll get our answer inevitably. So at some point, some mandatory update that my computer can't handle will come along, or a piece of something somewhere in the chain will die and have to be replaced. If you hang around long enough, you might get your chance, because I have had to beg for help in the Discord before to keep the stream alive when I ran into tech problems I couldn't solve for myself. Are you not in the Discord? I can whisper you a link if your whispers are open. Yeah, I can send you an invite after the stream. I'd ask a mod to do it, but I think we're modless right now. I just wrote myself a note, so hopefully I'll remember. I joined the homeowners association in my neighborhood and I hate it. Oh no. No such thing exists in my neighborhood, or if it does, they haven't asked me to join. The answer would be a resounding no. I live in a condo, so there's no missing it happening. Trying to find a house now, and it's the worst. I just want to get a yard and have a dog and build a family. Those are all fantastic things to have if you can make it happen. I'm lucky enough to pretty much have that. But it was a very long time in the making. The house is very nice to have. It is a continual reminder that my DIY skills are not anywhere near where I'd like them to be. There's so much stuff I want to change and fix around the house, and I just look at it and I'm like, I have no idea how to tackle this problem right now. If you're stuck with a HOA, at least you kind of want to be on it. I mean, you definitely want some, you definitely want a voice among all the people bossing you around, right? It's hard to find new places without it, or old places without lead paint. Well, I can't 100% guarantee my home is lead free. It's been around a while. Find something from the 60s, bring it to the walls, and rebuild it from there. Where I live, they want $500K for homes that were worth $60K 7 years ago. Yeah, I would be pretty solidly priced out of that area. My house is worth 5 times what I bought it for in 2016, but that doesn't help because so is everything nearby. $40K 6 years ago is $250K now. Remember how fast I made it up to the tower? Where'd all that go? beginner's luck. Beginner's luck, your beginner's luck grows back when you take a little break, doesn't it? But it sure doesn't last that long. It sure doesn't last that long. Alright, we got some raiders coming in. Very nice. Hey, Dollar Phil, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to your friends as well. Welcome to Jump King, where I beat Fester's Quest. I beat Fester's Quest, and way earlier than I thought I would. So we moved on to some Jump King. So we're gonna try this one out. See how it treats me. Thank you for the hydrate EpiPen. Hey, Couch Lord, welcome in, Couch. Thank you for joining us. How did I don't remember what you were playing. It was a TurboGrafx game. How did your stream end up going? I think it was a TurboGrafx game. I kind of liked Fester's Quest. I liked it too until I got to the last boss and couldn't defeat him. Yeah, no food tonight, EpiPen. No wheel, no pistachios. I had a very big dinner right before the start of the stream, so I'm not eating anything tonight. Liquids only. Yeah, I like Fester's Quest. So the thing about Fester's Quest is it starts off pretty bad, and then it gets a little better. But the last boss made me not happy. But I beat it first try tonight, and the thing was, I beat it. All I did was fire a whole bunch of missiles at it. And I tried doing that last week, and it didn't work last week, but it worked tonight. And I cannot figure out why. It's called I Cho Anarchy, I think. A very unique shooter. Hopefully it turned out to be a good time. The rose. It's fun. It's a wild one. It's funny because when I bought the missiles in Fester's Quest tonight, I bought them and I said, these missiles are useless. And then they turned out to be the key to beating the game. I hated the weapon downgrade system. Yeah, it's a little annoying. It took me a while to figure out why it was happening. It's obvious, but I just wasn't paying attention, I guess, and so I thought it was random. But like once you know to look out for the bad drops, it's really not all that bad. We got through it real quickly tonight too. It only took like an hour and a half. And I was expecting to spend like the whole night on it. And that's pretty good because I only died once. I think I died one time and real early. So I could very easily, if I just repeated our earlier playthrough, I could very easily do Fester's Quest in one life, I think. But I don't really feel like there's any reason to. Having beaten it is good enough. I think the less time I spend with that game, the better. I think we played that last Halloween. I already knew that because of the nerd video. Which part? The downgrades? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention or just wasn't very clever. Because at first I felt like the upgrades and downgrades were happening kind of randomly. And I was like, oh, they're just red and blue. I might play through it again. I might do Fester's Quest again one day. And properly do it in one life. Just to do it. But I'm not going to be in a rush to do it. I won't say I'll never play it again, but I'm not in a hurry to play it again. Because it really isn't all that bad. Once you figure a couple things out, there are way worse games. But why? EpiPen asks. I mean, look at all the time I spend playing Jump King. I clearly can't justify my gaming decisions. You can play better games more. But I don't like better games. The easy way to do the last boss is to stand on the bottom right. It can't hit you. Yeah, I probably never would have figured that out. I tried it. I tried it like 5 or 6 times. I tried it like 5 or 6 times on night 1. And I just... yeah, I wasn't using the missiles. I tried the missiles on one attempt. I tried the missiles, but I guess it just wasn't enough. Otherwise, I was just spamming potions and wailing on him, hoping against hope that he'd run out of health before I did, and it never happened. Better games for me. from how quickly Jump King appeared, it's safe to say Fester's Quest was beaten deathless. No, Zergling. I died right away in Fester's Quest. I died before we even got the first item. But the second, I think we only died the one time. It was smooth sailing the rest of the way through. I got the final boss on the first try. Apparently the secret was missiles. I tried the missiles last week and it didn't work, but I tried them again tonight and it worked. The only reason I tried the missiles tonight even was because I'd already used up 2 of my potions, and so I knew I didn't have enough health. I knew I didn't have enough health to just to use to go with the gun again. So I was like, well, I'll just try the missiles. And right as I was about to die, I was saying, I think these missiles are a bad idea. Like as I was saying that, the boss died. It was pretty fantastic. It was basically exactly how you want it to be for the ending of a first playthrough. And then I did say that thing that you love to say, Zergling. Sorry, I said that thing that you love to hear, because I did say I could probably do Fester's Quest in one life, and we probably will do it just because I can, but just because I think I can, but not right away. We're just gonna hang out with Jump King for the rest of the night. What's the over-under on Fester's Quest? I know that's a gambling term, but I don't know enough about gambling to give a funny answer to that. I only say that because it makes me sound like I know what gambling things are. Dollar Phil knows a bit about gambling. He's a pretty expert gambler. So tired today. My watch said I walked about 10 to 12,000 steps. That's a pretty big range to, like. I'm curious about why the uncertainty. I would definitely bet against me beating Jump King anytime soon. We'll beat Jump King. We'll beat this one day. I have no doubts I will eventually beat it, but that's probably a long ways off. How long have we been at it? Almost 64 hours. Almost 64 hours. I appreciate a vote of confidence every now and then, but I gotta tell you, don't be a fool with your money. I stick to poker mainly, Dollarfield says. Over-under is usually a sports betting thing. That's how little I know about gambling. I didn't even know that. That was a free jump that I just missed there, by the way. That was a jump you should never miss, but I missed it because of a lack of focus. That's why I miss a lot of jumps, actually. I miss a lot of them because they're hard, but I miss more than you would probably suspect just because my focus drifts at a bad time. Oh my goodness. That shouldn't have been so hard. I predict from here on, Frownie will not fall again. Well, that's a terrible prediction. Game and Fit, I think you need to eat something. You sound delirious to me. I don't even know if numbers that small really exist. Yeah, they mean it's 0. This is a very stressful place to be. All right. Back to the halted ruins. Let's go. Thought you just beat it. No, not at all, EpiPen. That area is designed to be like a fake out area. It's designed to look like the ending of the game on purpose, but no. This region here is the highest region I've seen Our PB is in this area. If you meant beat his head against the wall, you're correct. You got me using the term PB IRL, I swear. It's you know, it's a useful term. We've got at least 67 more screens to go. I mean, I don't know. I don't look up a map. I don't want to know how much there is ahead of me. I just like to discover it as I go. Someone was saying in chat one night that was baffling, that I didn't look at a map, for the game, and they're just like, I can't imagine playing this without knowing how much is ahead of you yet. And like, that seems to me like a horrible way to play. Why would I want to destroy all the mystery and the surprise and the wonder? This game is a brutal slog at times. Like, you need things like that to hold on to. Well, can I do the tower again? That's the question. Oh yeah, no, but no, I didn't interpret that you were. I didn't interpret that you were implying I had invented that term. Not in the slightest. I kind of want to have more of the habanero salsa, but I know I feel terrible afterward. Yeah, I knew you weren't spoiling anything, Game and Fit. I knew you were just making a joke. I don't see the point in eating spicy food anymore other than clearing your sinuses. It does more harm than good. Oh no, Jason Voorhees waiting for me. I did, Greg. We finished Fester's Quest. I got it. I beat the final boss first try tonight. So I don't know what was going wrong last week, but it was super easy tonight. You just finished Tears of the Kingdom? GG, Greg. That's a huge game. Hope you enjoyed how it finished up. I thought I'm not going to speak too specifically. I mean, I guess the game came out a year ago. Spoilers are somewhat fair game, right? I'm still not going to speak too specifically. But I like the final set piece. I like Nintendo's done a pretty good job, I think, with like final boss fights in their games having like a big, like, satisfying spectacle feel about them. I know people didn't really like the way that it wraps up like that in Breath of the Wild, but I think that, like, I thought it was fine, and they seem to do that more and more, and I'm okay with it. I think it's a good way for a game to end. It's in my lexicon from you, so it's your meme. Fair enough. Hey, look at that. Game and Fit said spoiler warnings, please. Good thing I held back. The thing is, Zergling, that I did that's basically all I did tonight. I did the same. I actually did the same strategy that I tried during one of the attempts last week, where I just tanked the damage but tried using missiles. And I did that tonight. I used missiles on one attempt last week too. I will say, I think that I didn't. You know what? I think I know what I did wrong, though. I think I didn't target the missiles correctly last week. I think I wasted a lot of missiles targeting the wrong part of the boss. Because I did notice that you can actually target parts of the boss that have already been destroyed. And I think if you do that, your missiles go to waste. Tears of the Kingdom's top of my list to play when I'm feeling better, Game and Fit says. Yeah. So I think about that EpiPen because I have this very serious no spoilers approach to everything. And I thought about that because I post highlight videos from the stream on the YouTube page, and frequently the thumbnail for one of those highlight videos is a still from the ending of the game. So, like, the thumbnail for a lot of those videos is kind of spoilery in a way. It's something that I wouldn't necessarily want to see. But I figure if anyone is following the YouTube page, that it's kind of on them, that they know that it's a YouTube page that posts highlight reels of beating video games. So, like, the content is in itself inherently spoilery. Loop Hero. I've heard of that game. I haven't looked into playing it or anything, but I've heard the title brought up a time or two. Very retro style. It's pretty new. It's on the Switch. Was tinkering with pull-ups again today. Apparently I can't do them if I let my shoulders go loose. My shoulders are looser than most, so it's a real problem for me. That said, when I fix that part, Was able to get a new PB. 3 pull-ups today. Hey, right on. I was able to do one today. Last time I tried, I couldn't lift myself up at all, Game and Fit says. Very well done, Game and Fit. If I ever lose my footing on my cliff, I've got one chance to save myself. I'm starting to feel inspired. Maybe I need to get out there and hit the gym. Train real hard until I can do 1 pull-up. I'd have to train real hard to get there, that's for sure. I'm a long way off of a pull-up. I'm gonna need a Frownie montage. 1 pull-up is practically 2 pull-ups. You're already halfway there. If you can do 1, you're halfway there to 2. No exceeding my current PB. That's the rule, Circling says. You won't have to worry about for that from me. You got a tremendous head start. You know, this game is a lot like Fester's Quest in a way. Because think about, like, when I was stuck on the final boss in Fester's Quest last week, and then, like, every time I would die, I'd have to go back through the whole game to get another chance. And that's exactly what this game is like. Because, like, when you miss a jump, you fall down. You fall so far down, and it takes years before you're able to get back where you were to try the jump that you failed for a second time. It's basically the exact same game. I said this game was scarier than Fester's Quest, and it kind of is, but it's kind of also just the same. When you're doing your best and you're put to the test, you've got to be in your prime. When you're training so much and you're losing your touch and you're running out of time, you're going to need a montage. Rocky had a montage. I don't recognize the lyrics to that song. I'm assuming it's from one of the Rockies. I need to watch those. I know I've seen Rocky 1. And I think I've seen most of 2, if not all of it. And I've seen pieces. I've seen parts of the rest of them. But I don't know how, like, I don't know. I definitely haven't seen 100% of the series. And Jelly's never seen any of them at all, so I think when we hit a stopping point with our Columbo watching, or if we want to, like, take a break between Columbo seasons, maybe we'll watch some Rocky movies. We watched a movie. I watched a new movie. Yesterday. It's unbelievable. I watched the movie Warlock. That movie is amazing. If you've never seen Warlock before, it's so rad. It's goofy. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty goofy sometimes. But it's also amazing. Yeah, Warlock. It's from, I guess it's from the 80s. I don't know exactly when it came out. Seemed very 80s. The video game Warlock is also amazing. You should play it if you haven't. Is it connected to the movie? Or is this just something else with the same title? Did the movie have a druid fighting a warlock? It has a guy. It has a guy fighting a warlock. He's not a druid. At least there was nothing to indicate he was a druid. It's actually not clear when he is from. Do you wear a purple/blue robe and have an awesome black mullet? He didn't have the robe. He wore the guy in Warlock, the hero, wears a bunch of, like, furs. Hey, Laser, welcome in. But he does have an amazing mullet. And was he played by Nicolas Cage? No Nick Cage. What platform is this for? Is it an NES game, Zergling? I'm gonna satisfy my curiosity with a just a quick Google search here. Warlock is a side-scrolling action video game based on the 1989 horror film of the same title. Oh, 100%. It's gotta be. Alright, I've got to play this. What platform is it on? Genesis and Super NES. Perfect. Alright, yeah. Alright, I don't need to know anything else about it. No more details. We're playing it. I gotta play that one. So you can expect Warlock to show up real soon. Yeah, you're fine, Zergling. No worries. Speaking of good/goofy movies, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves was fantastic, Game and Fit says. I haven't checked that out. I saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie from like a very long time ago. Like I don't know, the late 90s or early aughts. I'm not exactly sure when it came out. It was pretty not good. Kind of it's kind of a fascinating watch, but not a very particularly good one. I kind of made those lyrics up. Game and Fit had said. I'm double checking the chat because I missed a lot of it. Oh, EpiPen says, I just got past the first series of jumps in the first tower in the original. Well done. Chosa says, just got all the pre-PlayStation 1 emulators set up. I'm assuming that controller testing is about to commence. One of the people that liked the WoW movie. It can easily be stolen with a USB cable. I guess I'm glad I drive a Toyota then. Well, fortunately, I don't plan to be in the market for, you know, fingers crossed, I don't plan to be in the market for a new car for hopefully a very long time. The car I have now, I intend to drive until the wheels fall off. And when they do, I'm going to craft a new set out of wood and keep going. I'm going to change my name on here, Chozo says. I will, I'll keep an eye out for a new handle in chat. I can't think of anything though. I want something smart, but everything is taken. I don't stream anymore, and this was a stream name. No point in keeping it. They mix up some food items. You mean you're just too busy for streaming, or you mean you're gonna give it up entirely? Either way, I'm sorry to hear it. Yeah, for a name. Yeah, I got mix up some food items for a name. Yeah, I actually assumed that's where you're going, but it could have been a change in subject. I had 2 stolen in your neighborhood, found within 2 miles. That's quite unfortunate. Pretty sure you can get your car stolen anywhere. I don't think anywhere is safe. I have more fun watching others, Chozo Sen. Fair enough. we lived 1,000 years from now, I would just get wheels implanted. uh... Go, go, gadget unicycle. I thought I missed that. For such an easy jump, I missed it so many times tonight. Just over and over again. Oh, it hurts. It hurts to fall when you're really close to the border between areas. My girl's insurance on her car almost doubled just from having that kind of car. My first car was a PT Cruiser, and it was great until it wasn't. It was a dark purple PT Cruiser, and it was a wonderful car for a very long time, and then eventually it started developing problems with overheating, and boy, it gave me a lot of headaches. The last couple of years that I had it, it gave me so many headaches. And we had a Chrysler Sebring, which was also not great. The Cruiser we sold because we were tired of dealing with the overheating problems. And the Sebring we ended up selling basically for scrap after it got hit. And then we got a Toyota Camry, and that car was just fine. I liked that car a lot. And then it got totaled by a snowplow. And then we got a Corolla, and that's what we've had ever since. PT Cruisers were always great till they sold them to people. The only safe seat is a driver's seat. A Dodge Neon with a different skin. I would not know that. I know nothing about cars, EpiPen. If I'm ever witness to a crime involving any sort of car, and like they ask me like what were they driving, all I'll be able to say is I think it had 4 wheels. And if they're really lucky, I'll be able to give them the color. Make and model, I can't tell one thing apart from another. Even my own car. My car is gray. So when I go shopping or something and I'm walking through the parking lot, like I basically have to walk up process of elimination to every gray car in the parking lot until I hear the one that is that my key makes the locks lock or unlock rather, because they all look the same to me. If I don't remember where I parked. It's like putting an SUV on top of a Corolla. The color of my car was chosen because it's what they had. That was in my price range. I've never had the luxury of picking a color for a car. Winding up with a purple car for my first one was just luck, because purple is my favorite color, but I had no say in the matter. This screen is my PB, by the way. I've never been up higher than this screen. And I missed the first jump, predictably, perhaps. Given a choice, I'd gladly pick. Given a choice, I would gladly pick the least desirable color option, if it meant I had to pay less. Because I don't care about the aesthetics at all, really. The only thing I want out of a car is that I'm not gonna have to do any work on it. That is literally the only thing I care about. Is is it going to be reliable in that I'm not going to have to worry about fixing or changing anything? I just avoid red because they draw attention. Well, back down. Oh, maybe not back down. I thought I was heading back down to the tower. Now I'm heading back down to the tower. Oh, not even yet. Well, it'll happen soon enough. Right hand jump. These jumps are tough. I don't remember if this jump was free or not. It wasn't. I literally just made that jump and I already forgot. What it takes. No. That's what I was expecting a little while ago. My dream car is like 100k USD used. I will never have, so I just drive it in Midnight Club 3, Joseph says. I just want to make it home every night with no interesting stories to tell. I didn't even own a car when Jelly and I started dating. Jelly must have seen the potential I see now. So much robust retro gaming. That was definitely my retro gaming skills. My most eye-catching feature. I've never owned a car, Chozo says. Been in too many car accidents. I don't even like being a passenger anymore either. Never driven a car either. I mean, that's not super uncommon, depending on where you live, right? In a lot of places. People don't have much of a reason to own a car or to drive. Suburbs. Buses run every 15 minutes to everywhere I need to go, Chozo says. Yeah, and see, I grew up in a very rural area, so not owning a car was like not an option. You had to eventually, like, you know, every family needed a car. Every family needed their own car at the least. But I've lived in, you know, I've also lived in cities where I've lived without owning a car, or where I could have gotten by without it. 3,000 plus pop bobbleheads. We've got quite a few of those floating around our home. I don't think we top 100. 3,000's a bit more expansive than what we've got. I've got a few different video game related pops, and Jelly has a bunch of Harry Potter ones. Yeah, 5 of them. For a while I'd receive them as for a while I would receive them as gifts fairly commonly. I'm not exactly in a position to speak against avid collecting of anything. 3,000 pops seems like a lot of pops to me, yes, but I mean, well, I'm gonna throw stones from this glass house now, am I? I think maybe I'll just keep quiet. You've got to be selective about what you hoard when you're dating. Jelly's not much of a collector. She She goes for a few things, but it's her collecting is very limited. My collecting is very vast and spirals out of control pretty quickly. Hey, welcome back, Tuesday. Collecting things is great. I mean, it's fun. I love the going on the hunt and finding fun and surprising things to add to your collection. Oh yeah, yeah. It's hard to that what if I need it? What if I need it? That's a question that's hard to ignore. I blame Banjo Kazooie with my mild obsession for collecting things, Tuesday says. My big thing is like plugs and cables, like I hoard all kinds of cables and wires. I've got all these like proprietary charging cables for phones that were obsolete more than a decade ago. Well, I've got a wire to connect anything to the universe to anything else. There are no two things on this planet that I can't wire together, except for whatever thing I happen to be working on right now. That's the trouble of it. Is no matter how many wires I ever have, I always need just one more. I always need just one more wire. I used to collect shot glasses and beer glasses. I have about 500 in total. They're all special, but I finally put them in boxes. Hey, Direwolf, welcome in. Welcome to Jump King. We returned to Fester's Quest earlier tonight, and I beat it right away. It was super quick. I don't think I only died once tonight, which is a shame because all that did was prove to me that now I need to go and do a Deathless playthrough. But we beat it for the first time, and I got to the last boss. I beat him first try tonight. I struggled for hours last week, and tonight I beat him first try. So now we're on to Jump King, and I'm just Just killing time with Jump King. I'm not making any progress tonight. I got close to it. I got close. I got close to a new PB. But it's mostly been just running in circles down here. I think that should catch you up pretty well. Hopefully you're doing very well tonight yourself. Try to rotate them out from time to time, but try not to get any more. Now I collect unique coins. They're flat and don't take up any space when I visit somewhere unique. See, that's the way to do it. Collect flat things. That's why photographs are so great, because they're easy to store. My trouble is that I collect too widely. That is my big trouble, because I'll like I collect video game stuff, but I have no barometer for like quality. I will just add anything video game related to my pile. Like, I've got boxes of Mario-themed McDonald's Happy Meal toys. What do I need those for? Well, I don't need them for anything, but they're video game related. So if I see one at the thrift store and it's just and they're just asking $0.25 for it, well, it's coming home with me to go into the box. You know, I've also got I've got a library of books and DVDs as well, because I enjoy physical media. I'm much more selective with that. You know, I don't go into the thrift shop and buy one of every book that's on the shelf, right? That I don't currently have. There's a selection process for what I take home with me in those regards, but when it comes to some stuff, just like, and yeah, like with the video games, like I'll basically pick up anything on any platform. Since it was in June, we could call beating Fester's Quest tonight a Thanksgiving Miracles, our Glink says. I can see the logic. I can follow your train of thought all the way to the station. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, see, that's when I built my video game collection primarily. EpiPen was, yeah, that era when people just basically threw out NES and Super NES games. The overwhelming majority of what I've got is from that time period. Anything I have that has a substantial price tag on it now, especially, like, I don't think I've ever paid over $70 for a single game. And even that is like, that's like a painful amount to pay. Yeah. Yeah, 100 plus is like... I used to have 15 shelves filled with VHS, 85% of which were originally blank tapes. We recorded 2 or 3 movies on each. A collection my parents started when I was a baby. Sadly, didn't bring it with me when I moved out. Very relatable. Very relatable, Direwolf. Yeah, when I was growing up, yeah, my parents had easily 100 tapes of duplicated movies with like 3 or 4, somewhere between 2 and 4 movies to a tape, depending on the length of the films and the type of tape it was. Very relatable. Yeah, I don't actually remember when I bought my Dreamcast. I don't think I probably paid more than $20 or $25 for it. I have a ton of Sega Genesis consoles, because there was just a window where it seemed like every other month I'd find a Genesis for like $5, and so I would always buy them. So I've got a whole bunch of Genesis consoles. Four controllers, memory cards, a networking card. You had a VHS copy of Aliens, and your mom taped over it with the director's cut version? I don't actually, I couldn't tell you how much is different between the theatrical and the director's cut versions of Aliens. I like those movies, but I'm not I'm not I'm not that well versed to know like which particular edition is more desirable and why. The director's cut is hands down better. That's usually my assumption. Is that if an extended or a director's version of something exists, I usually assume it's the optimal version, but I can't. I don't really typically dive deep enough to know what's different. I was always confused though. I was always confused by aliens because at the beginning of Aliens, someone sits down with Ripley and explains to her that she's been cryogenically frozen for like 200 years or something like that. And I was never sure if that really happened or not between the two movies, because the scene where we find that information out is a dream. Because after they tell her that, she starts to have a panic attack, and then it's not a panic attack, but there's an alien inside of her. But then she wakes up and it's just a dream, and so I'm like, was all the like that's not great storytelling. Because it muddies it to where it's like, was everything a dream or then, or was some of it real? It's not clear. I'm not super crazy about that decision. Yeah, I understand now that really happened. But on first watching, it's very confusing. It's a small issue. It's just a small issue. Aliens is great. Alien 1 is the only movie that's canon to me, Chozo says. You know, if you'd asked me like 2 years ago, my go-to answer had been for a long time that Alien 1 was my favorite. But I watched 1 through Resurrection, I think last year. I gotta say, Aliens is pretty good. I think I might have to say I like Aliens more than Alien 1. It's pretty good. Like the sequels. They make the first movie seem so insignificant. Yeah, in the director's cut. Yeah, okay, I remember seeing that scene. So I must have seen the director's cut. That might be the only version of it that I've seen then, because I remember they showed her daughter's picture. I think that I think when they do that, the woman in that picture that they show her is Sigourney Weaver's real life mother. I think I remember someone telling me that. Because they show her a picture of her daughter as an old woman. I haven't seen a single person stream past the beginning in Home Improvement on Super NES. They just can't work out how to progress. I watched a video of someone doing the first few stages, and honestly, it may be the worst Super NES game. It may be in the worst Super NES games list for sure. Is that a challenge, Chozo? Now I've got to play. Now I've got to play Home Improvement so I can be the first person to beat the first stage on stream. Yeah, yeah. Her daughter was 5 or 6 when she left. I think the reason people dissociate the first film from the rest is because in the first film it's only one xenomorph and they have no weapons, so it's a true horror. But from 2 onward, they're action horrors. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I always kind of liked about the first one. I like the I like the aesthetic of the Alien movies. I always like a very 80s vision of the future. That sort of like cassette punk vision where it's the future but everything is still tape and black and green DOS monitors and standard definition tube TVs. It's always I don't know, I always kind of like that look. Alien and RoboCop. I think it's why Alien Isolation was so well received, because it went back to the horror survival. I've heard good things about that game. Haven't tried it out myself. It goes back to the one unkillable xenomorph formula. Well, they do that. They do that in 1, and they do that in 3. There's just the one alien. You can kill everything but the xenomorph. Oh. We've been at this for a while. Hey, Nado, welcome in. Hope the jumping is going well today. The jumping went medium. I didn't hit a new PB. I almost did. I think I tied my PB, but only once, and then I didn't make it back up there again. I've been I actually think I'm going to be done with Jump King for the night. I think I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to step away for just a moment and refill my coffee, probably take a restroom break, and when I come back, I think I'm going to play Super Ghouls and Ghosts. It's kind of random. I hadn't been talking about or planning to play that, but I think I want to play it. It's been a long time since we've played that, and I don't know if I've played it. I don't even know if I've played it at all this year. I don't think I've played Super Ghouls and Ghosts since last year. So we're just gonna do a casual playthrough through that one. I think when I get back. So if you want to join me for that, thank you for sticking through Jump King. But if you want to join me for that, just stand by a moment, and we'll get switched over when I come back in a couple minutes from the BRB. Alright, and we're back. Thank you for standing by. We're going to do the same thing in reverse now. I got to switch the capture things again, so it'll take just a moment. Let's travel to the correct side of the screen real quick. And just a minor heads up for potential loud noises. Hopefully you can hear my voice. It looks like you should be able to. And where? There we go. Where's the game? There we go. I'm very good at this. I'm very good at this switching over process, believe me. And let's make these match. That's close enough. And can we hear the game? Not exactly sure where the volume should be. Hopefully this will be good. We'll have to see. Alright, that does everything. It looks like it should be switched over just fine, so this is a good place to cut the VOD.